Soul is being the true essence of who I really am. Soul is an experience of energy. Living a soulful life is like listening in to be guided by this wisdom of the soul, our deepest sense of who we are. When I'm in touch with that aspect of my being, I feel so alive. That makes me feel very calm and grounded and solid and present. And when I'm not in touch with it, it's like a color film that loses its colors. When you're in touch with soul, it's like the light goes on inside. And when the light goes on, it also shines on places you haven't looked before. Things that are not free, things that are still stuck, which includes a lot of shadow. When you are in touch with soul, it kind of compels you to be authentic, to be true. And this is not always easy. The shadow stuff without the context or the experience of soul becomes horrific, dark, impossible. While in the context of soul, under the loving acceptance quality of soul, these shadows have a chance to be looked at more compassionately and eventually be included. And by doing that, this shadow can transform. The people that I meet in my courses, they're aware of a deep longing they have to be more alive, to be more authentic, to be more free. People are ready to take a step towards changing their life. People are curious to expand their awareness, their consciousness beyond what they know. People who would like to experience maybe things they've heard about, read about in spiritual books, psychological books. People who want to know themselves. The way my retreat is built is that I take them step by step. I help them awaken to their longing for meaning, longing for life, aliveness. It's very practical, a lot of exercises and special techniques to shift the attention and the focus from looking outside to looking inside, to bring the mind, the wandering mind, into focus, into the inner life. I'm offering a workshop, 7 days deep retreat. It is empowered and inspired by 3 sources of knowledge and experience: Psychosynthesis, which is a spiritual psychology; movement medicine, which is a body-based meditative movement practice; and the third one is archetypal psychology, getting inspired by ancient mythology to support us on our personal journey of development. It engages all the aspects of our being. That's why the transformation is so deep. It's incorporates a lot of guided visualization, reflection, my experiences from psychosynthesis, my studies in Kabbalah. I use the story of the Exodus on a symbolic level. So it's not a religious context at all. It's more transpersonal context. It's all about the human way of developing. That we can learn from the story that is really supportive. So the myth itself is like guidelines for the journey. I found that these certain stages are depicted in the biblical story in a very lively way, so we can really relate to it, how things evolve and what are the challenges and the opportunities that we meet on the journey of inner liberation. You know, sacred mythologies have special powers, maybe because they're so ancient and been around for so long. Maybe because it's connected to human longing for connection with spirit. It is so strongly woven in these mythologies. It makes it so powerful. Movement medicine is movement-based practice for consciousness development. It's like mindfulness in motion. We listen to how the body wants to move. The wisdom of the body becomes more available to us. Movement medicine helps people to move in, gradually move our awareness into the body, and listen to the body in the heart and the mind, and bring these three elements of our being into alignment, and through movement can bring a sense of calmness and safety into the body, into the mind, into the heart. So if you're interested to get more practical information about prices and places and times of the retreats, please visit my website keystoliberation.com.